is Maria from TechnoPaws, and welcome to our second webinar, which title is Elevating the Pet Customer Industry, customer industry, and meet every pet's unique needs. Today we're going to discuss different topics, but our main topic is how customer service in the pet industry is unique and different for all other industries. Before we begin, let's take a moment to acknowledge something essential. Every pet is unique. That means every pet owner expects their needs to be met with care and attention. That's where excellent customer service comes in. Just imagine there are some retail stores, customer service, regular customer service for a shop, but which is more valuable for humans is most likely their health and the well-being of their loved ones, including their pets. Did you know? Here we have a little fact check, and is that a substantial 95% of pet owners consider their pets as part of the family. And 83% of pet parents expect a follow-up call to check on their pet's well-being. For pet parents, pets are more than animals. They are family members. Their biggest concerns often include safety and well-being. They expect that their furry friend is always treated with the best care. If we can take into account what their pet's behavior and characteristics are, they are going to feel more acknowledged, and they are going to value your service. For example, if they tell you that their dog or their pet is is an anxious pet, then you just have to take into account that this pet cannot be on the same room as other pets or other dogs. Quick solution for this will be to offer morning slots or the last slot of the day, so they can be be kept separate from other pets. The other thing they value is their expertise and experience. They are bringing you one part of them that is really valuable, that is their pet, their loved one. So they want their pet to be on the best hands. They are always going to ask you who is the most experienced person, how much has been this person in practice. So you just have to match all that criteria and book the appointment following those instructions. The third one is the transparency and trust. If your business has a low reputation online, nowadays we are on this tech era when before booking or a service or searching for a certain provider, we just Google up things, right? We always, or most of the time, we just Google things or go to Google just to check the reputation of the services that we are going to be provided with. That happens as well for the pet industry. They are always checking the reviews, how the practice treats their customers, and most likely they are going to base or make a selection according though according to your online reputation. So that's why your business always needs to be looking forward to increase or boost that online reputation. And fourth, last but not least, they are always looking for comfort and reduce stress levels. Some pets, they tend to be stressed during the grooming sessions. Some of them hide, some of them pee on the lobby, or they just don't want to be near the groomer because they don't feel that connection as they feel with their owner. So you just have to provide a space for the pet to be relaxed and to really enjoy that grooming session, or really be able to be taken care of by the provider, by the veterinarian, or the staff. So always try to provide that comfort and always look forward to reduce the pet stress levels. Now here is a key point, and is that the personalization in this era is key. In the pet industry, personalized service is expected. It's not a luxury, but it's a requirement. Pet parents value businesses that remember their pet's name. Nothing is more comforting for a pet parent than after a visit or an appointment, they get a text asking how Chocolate is doing. Nothing compares to that. Nothing compares to a pet parent having steady follow ups and being able to get in touch with their favorite groomer on real time. Because this is what pet parents value. And they value businesses that remember their names and practice personalizations. They also take into account that you follow their instructions or requirements and their preferences, and offer tailored care to meet these specific needs is what will make your brand stand out from other businesses. Now, how to achieve it? You will be wondering, how do we achieve it? Is it a good customer service hard to achieve? And it's really not that way. It's really simple. You just have to take into account these 4 steps. First, step number 1 is customized recommendations. Always try to recommend a product that is best for the pet's skin. If the pet has certain skin condition, try to use a special shampoo, try to use special products according to the pet's needs. And also mention it to the pet parent like, hey, yes, we can book your grooming service and we will also like to recommend you this product for your dog's skin. Or, hey, I see that your dog has certain condition like the hair is falling, and yeah, we can give you this product, we can give you this certain type of food, we can provide you with this certain kind of brush. This is an upselling strategy, but it also shows the pet parent that you care for them and for their pet's well-being. Step number 2 will be real-time updates. If you have a pet scheduled to have a service at your facility, the last thing you can do is always keep track with the pet parent. If they are in 5 minutes, like if the appointment is at 12, first of all, you should be sending 24 hours reminders a day before so they keep track of that appointment, because life happens and sometimes we are all around the place and it's really hard to keep track of things. So always use this tip, and is to send 24 hours reminders, and even 48 hours, that will be best, so they can put it on their calendar and they have track of the pet service. Also, you should send another follow-up message when the dog is ready for pickup, so they can know in advance and they can make arrangements to pick up their dog or their pet. And last but not least, you need also to send a third message, but this third message will be after service. This third message will be after the appointment is done, after the service is finished. You can send this text the next day. Also, you can send before and after pictures. This is something that will really help you create engagement with the pet parent. And have the pet parent rate the service he had. Just ask the pet parent if she or he liked the service. If also give them recommendations of how often their pet or their dog, they give them recommendations of on how often they should be visiting your practice. If they need to be seeing the vet every 4 weeks, or the groomer every 3 or 4 weeks, depending on the coat, depending on the hair. Always bring those small details so they can fully understand why they need to keep following up with your practice, why they need to keep their business with you. So you just always have to highlight why do they need to keep bringing their pet or their beloved company to your practice. Step number 3 is follow-ups and check-ins. Always, if you receive a cancellation, a last-minute cancellation, and this is something that happens really often, if you receive a last-minute cancellation, don't let it just be there. Like, you can also take an action into that and be proactive. Call the pet parent and say, hey, what's going on with Cleo? What's going on with Chocolate? Is Chocolate sick? Is she doing better? Try to always create that rapport and that engagement, because it will be necessary and it will show the pet parent that you care. And this is what this business is about, showing them that you care and that you are there for them. So always try to build that rapport with them, and you can turn a no-show appointment or a cancellation appointment into an actual rebooking just by being proactive and creating that engagement with the pet parent. The step number 4 is friendly and transparent interactions. Never offer services that you cannot meet. If you're not able to meet the pet parents' expectations, you should be upfront and let them know in advance. Some pet parents want specific types of haircuts for their dogs. For example, they might be asking you for a teddy bear cut, but really you don't have a groomer who has done this haircut before, or if there is a certain grooming technique that your groomers are not aware of, you just have to be always communicating with them, let them know what you can offer, and always try to meet their expectations, because it'll cost you a customer if you tell them that you can meet their expectations, and then after the service they see that what they got was not what they wanted. So that will cost you revenue, but also it will cost you your business reputation and your brand reputation online. Now, let's discuss something that is really important prior scheduling any kind of appointment, and is that the diversity of pet personalities and needs matter. All dogs are not the same as all humans. We are not the same. We have different physical characteristics, these different behavioral um, triggers. So we have to identify in advance in a timely manner the different characteristics of each dog before prior to booking an appointment. We have the anxious dogs, and this is the most common one. These are really special, and these kind of dogs need to be kept out of a kennel, because they need a special handling. They need to be kept in separate waiting areas. They need to be away from other dogs, because they can get really triggered and start reacting. And when the dogs get really reactive, then they are not going to let the professional do their job, the grooming service or the vet exam. They are not going to be able to get that connection with your staff. So please always make them remember that the main focus of your practice needs to be to reduce stress levels and give that comfort to the pet, so they can be or feel really comfortable with your staff. We also have reactive dogs, and these are aggressive dogs. So we can identify them real quick, and is that they are always reactive at every single thing. So they can be around other dogs and require controlled appointment slots. These dogs are special. Please do not book them when you have a crowded agenda, because it will have negative consequences and it will cost you your business. So you just have to be aware of that. And there are some questions you can answer over the phone before booking this kind of dog. And is, has your dog ever been reactive to anyone? Has he ever bitten anyone? Has your dog got all the vaccinations, including rabies? This is something that you can quickly ask over the phone and avoid any circumstance that will cost you your business. So let's always be careful with reactive dogs. And finally, we have cage-free dogs. And these are the pets that they refuse to be placed in cages. So you just have to make alternative holding arrangements, have them um, have them interacting with other dogs. But before you do that, please just make sure that they are not reactive or anxious, because it'll cause you again to lose a customer, and it'll cause a lot of stress for the puppy. So please don't do that. Try to keep them interacting with other dogs as long as they are not reactive or anxious. Now, now that we've discussed how to achieve it, how tech-enabled solutions, customer service solutions can solve these issues. Just imagine this scenario. This is the best case scenario. Just imagine that you have an active team answering all phone interactions and asking the right questions during bookings. So you will have a dedicated team answering all questions and also filtering and making sure that each requirement or each characteristic of the pet is being taken into account. This staff is also actively listening and reassuring pet parents and providing estimated wait times. This is something that will help your business grow, and not only grow, but help you retain more customers. Now, the text messages are a helpful tool. The text messages, there are different options nowadays where you can send automated reminders or text messages about the special services for the pet parents if they want to bring their dogs in for a special cut, or you can give them more personalization. And we can also do another webinar about that, about how creative you can make these text messages to be appealing. For example, if it's summer, you can just quickly send a message to a pet parent saying like, hey, we know it's summer, it's really hot. Would you like to bring your dog in? Would you like to bring chocolate in to have a basket? It's as simple as that. And also you can provide real-time updates. As mentioned before, it's always necessary for your practice to provide real-time updates. It includes the 24-hour update, the reminder, so the pet parent is aware and has track of the service. When is it going to be, with which groomer, and at what time, so they can have it on the top of their heads. And also, this includes the text message when the dog is ready for pickup, and also the text message after the service is done, just to make sure that the pet parent is satisfied with the service, and also to give them recommendations on how often should they come to your practice. And this also involves automated follow-up. Imagine having a special tool that will help you do all of that, that you can have your staff just focusing on what they do best, that is grooming and taking care of pets, and just have a tool that gives this personalized and this unique follow-ups without having a dedicated person behind it. This will be best case scenario for every pet brand. And this is something that we want to talk to you about, and is why should you choose TechnoPaws as a brand? Because we provide different services, and we really value pet parents, and our motto is to keep your customers happy after they leave your store. And what do we offer? We offer outsourced customer support. We answer all your calls, schedule all your bookings, and ensure seamless interactions. We recently developed the best tool that will help boost it, that will boost all customer service in the pet industry, and it's called TechnoPaws. This tool helps personalize post-visit engagement to increase rebooking rates. And also, we manage customer data. And this is something that is really important because keeping the records of the pet preferences and how they are, their characteristics, will help you easily book appointments in the near future without having to do that much research. Like, we already know Chocolate, we already know that she is an anxious dog, and she's a little girl. We have to keep her separate from crowded areas and give her the first slot of the day or the last appointment of the day. As simple as that. So having your customer data is something that will really help you, and is something that we can help you build for your store. That will be all for today's webinar. Thank you so much for watching and getting to this part. And only for our attendees today, we will give you a free demo on our new tool, TechnoPaws. And also, we can discuss on a quick meeting how can we support your business. We will need a meeting for us to fully understand how your business operates, and just to give you that diagnosis of what should be done to enhance customer service in your pet friend. You can also follow us on Instagram at we are at TechnoPaws_US, and our phone number is 213-214-3847. And also, you can submit any inquiries or any questions to our email address, contact@technopaws.com. It was so nice to talking to you today. Thank you and have a nice day.